This is just an introduction to the Colbert report. Hearing that name an awful lot, probably seen your stuff before, not names and titles and um, bad with names. So probably don't know who you are by your name, but heard your name quite a bit. Um, Checked out your channel. Seems to be an awful lot about 9/11. And what I heard is in one of my videos, somebody had mentioned that your channel was looking for ways to beat the New World Order. Well, kind of got a few ideas on how to make that possible. You kind of have to understand what's causing everything in the first place. And if you understand what's causing everything, then you can know how to turn it all around. One way or another, you know for sure that there's a driving force that's brainwashing humanity into believing one story, and a story that's not true. What is in common is the fact it's we all are being told stories that aren't true. So it's a matter of we all have to have information that is true. Um, the way that they are going around brainwashing can be as easily done back to humanity. You have to know what the one thing that they all have in common of what it is they're trying to brainwash you that, because that is the root. You're brainwashed into believing that you are a lack of. Your every intention that helps you create your reality your way, you are meant to suppress all of those human abilities. You're supposed to suppress your intuition. Because if your voice says, hey, that's not really all that healthy for me, if I keep working like that with that much stress, it's going to create an illness for me. So your intuition is guiding you down a path that's healthy for you, but the corporate world, this chase for money, has you wanting to accept, don't listen to your intuition. But your intuition is a pretty big tool, but it's made to be suppressed. You're not supposed to believe that you are a loving being, that you have a massive purpose, that you're holding the whole universe together by your existence. There's nothing that's supposed to make anybody individually feel important or loved. You're supposed to feel a lack of love so that you'll go and chase that house, that car, those clothes, those anything of stuff that can make you feel, oh, there's how I'm going to feel loved. That keeps an economic system going, is by you feeling a lack of love, a lack of happiness. Yet to attract more happiness, you got to be happy, but the whole universe is trying to let you know that there's not enough happiness out there. You don't aren't a prosperous being. You aren't a creator. You aren't supposed to have confidence. You're not supposed to see a good alignment that you have in humanity. I mean, every intention that we should be feeling as human beings, we're being programmed not to feel those things and to always constantly chase our tail for something that somebody else can make a profit off of. Now, that's basically the whole problem. That if you program people to be hate, it's like just throw them an untrue story. That'll get people hating. Make people be enemies against each other by just telling a fake story. It doesn't matter whether anything is fake or not. If you are who you are, you can read what is true. You can read a person. You can read body language. You can tell what a lie is. I mean, when you develop your sensitivities, that's another thing that society wants you to suppress, is don't be sensitive, toughen up. It's your senses that will open you up to a completely different way of reading the world, but the universe says no, toughen up. The opposite of being tough is to suppress your senses. And that's how you send and receive information. So if we really do want to overcome New World Order, then we need to reprogram everybody to be on the same page. We need to brainwash people into knowing that they have it all along, that they are creators. Right now, they are waiting for somebody to create something so that we could be guided down another path. We need people to learn how to guide themselves down their own path, how to be global thinkers, how to recognize that your actions have an effect on somebody else. So we need to be global thinkers. We need to spread an awful lot of information. There's been a split of classes, mostly because of our education system. It's designed specifically to only educate a few people and keep a lot of people ignorant, because you can manipulate each other by nobody having the complete story. But if everybody had all of the same education, there's no manipulation there. Everybody knows the same game. So there's a massive spread of information that the whole friggin' globe needs to be aware of. And this is good stuff, because this will give an answer to everything. Everybody wants an answer of how to solve their own problems. They just sort of need an instruction book of an advanced level of how to solve problems. What's used to create solutions for vaccines, that would have wiped out a whole population, where doctors are coming up with miracles, where we're coming up with really, really good ideas. Everybody on this planet has the potential to access that same thought processes to unfold whatever problem is that they're dealing with. Now, everybody else is going to have a good idea. Everything that we earn our living off of, and just the way we earn our living, is all wrong. So in order to make a massive shift, everybody that's working right now needs to be unemployed, and everybody that's unemployed and employed right now all need a different type of income to get into. So right now, somehow we've got to offer a way that people that are earning a income the wrong way can earn more doing it a different way. So we need to introduce job opportunities for people that are working now. We need to give them a pay raise doing something else. And a pay raise doing something else that puts everybody else to work. Okay, it sounds like a really, really big problem, but let's just take into consideration the whole world's falling apart. There's a lot of work that needs to be done to be able to fix it. Now you need a kind of a cash flow, but that too is a solution. We need to be our own solutions. And yes, cash flow is important, but it can all be done through water. Water, and more like a human bank, that if you're drinking from this water concept, that helps you reprogram your brain, that helps you get the instruction books that you need to be able to be a master problem solver, how to manipulate your world to create whatever world you want to create. And everybody got that same instruction book, and at the same time know how to use your brain in a way that makes you not do harm to another person as you create your world. I think we need to trust in humanity, that if everybody had access to the same information, then we'd be busy creating a world, and we would know how to make a living doing this. But water is the best way, because everybody on this friggin' planet needs water. That should be our main goal, is if you are drinking this water, it is a way, it's designed specifically to reprogram your brain to make you realize that you have it all along, and it needs to be something that will break you out of the brainwashing of you thinking you don't have it all. The whole world changes once you believe you think you have it all. And when you can feel you have it all, you start doing different things. You start having better ideas. The meaning of your life, all of the answers you need to walk forward would come through once you see how you are the solution to every challenge that you're dealing with. Um, so that's how I think that we need to overcome this new world order is we do need an awful lot of information. Everybody's got to kind of want that information. So everybody's got to be the winner of that information. Um, if it is NLP programming, it is one of our worst weapons that were used against us, but it can be something that uses for us. But you have to reprogram yourself. You have to be the master of your game, and you need an instruction book to go along with that. And know that anybody else that's drinking from this concept is just busy reprogramming their own brain. You don't need to guide them, just sort of ask them, is there any way I can help? And just keep looking for somebody that can use the opportunity that you can provide. Don't do something that you can't do. Don't do something that you know will cause you more stress. That's not winning the game. You have to live the most least stressful game possible. And that is a massive trick. And that's kind of the way I'm leading my life is I know where I can help and where I can't help. And I'm really, really guided down my path of, when the right position is going to need me, it will show up. And I'll know exactly how to fall into my job. I'll know exactly what it is I'm supposed to do next when that opportunity crosses my path. But this is my path. Everybody has a different path. Some of it would be music, and music plays a huge role in our lives, that it helps reprogram us. It helps motivate us to actually move within our reality. So they're very inspirational. So people that are doing music need to jump into that. If we all sort of just jumped into our solutions and had the financial opportunity to fund a lot of great ideas, which is again what water can be used for. Yeah, the economy sucks. Yeah, the money sucks. But you know what? It's money because of who owns money and who's controlling money. But you take the majority of money out of their hands, which they're going to drink water. There's a lot of people that don't have all the money in evil hands, and we'll know who they are by the water they drink. And we need to funnel this money back into people's hands that are at the bottom. And if they're a member of this bank, then they can't get turned down from a loan that unfolds whatever purpose or meaning in their life is. They'll have a way. They got to come up with a plan, but as community, we help community unfold each other's plans. So part of unfolding every idea, if you have a great idea and it affects your whole community for the better, I mean, the way politics should be done, listen to your community. If anybody's complaining, something's a little wrong with your program. But it has to be a process of unfolding possibilities that put everybody back to work doing what everybody wants, that's not doing any harm to anybody else, and everybody happens to be enjoying their life doing what they love doing. Doesn't seem like a hard plan, and there's more than enough money to fund such a plan. So it's a way of joining. Peace out.